In 1963, Walt Disney almost built a Disneyland in St. Louis, Missouri, but it all fell apart over a beer. The story starts in the early 60s, and Walt Disney was coming off a massive win with Disneyland in California. People called it the happiest place on earth, and over 5 million people were visiting every year. So Walt did what any visionary would do. He started looking for the next city to build in. At this time, city officials in St. Louis approached Disney to put his next park in their city. St. Louis had just started building their Gateway Arch, a cultural landmark, and they thought Disney would be the perfect match to put his park right by the arch. The plan was to build a massive multi-story indoor theme park that would incorporate roller coasters, steamboat rides, and a lot more. The park was said to be called Riverfront Square, but this is when things get interesting. Walt wasn't planning on selling any alcohol at the park, and that's when St. Louis royalty August Busch Jr. joins the picture. He was the president of Anheuser-Busch, the largest brewery in the world. There's a story that during a fundraiser dinner in St. Louis that Walt Disney attended, August Busch Jr. stood up in front of everyone and said, "Any man who thinks he can design an amusement park for St. Louis and not serve beer is crazy." Walt didn't say much, but deep down, Walt hated being told what to do, especially when it came to the vision of his parks. Not too long after that, Disney scrapped the idea of St. Louis and set his sights on his new city, Orlando, Florida. And the wildest part is that might have been the best thing to ever happen to Disney, because 8 years later they opened up Walt Disney World, a park 50 times the size of Disneyland, with total creative control and year-round weather. And this all happened because Walt Disney didn't want to sell Budweiser in his park.